A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
So far it's given me a strange thing, kind of thing.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I can't run, guys.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I should put my camera up this time. Bear with me, guys. That's better. And at least then, trying to sort my camera out. That's better. So, you can actually look down.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I kind of like it.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Alright, let's go down. See what's down here. Now, I do like games like this when I don't know what to expect, whereas with Layers of Fear, you kind of did. Just have a look around. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. Oh! Can I pick that up? No. I've got to get used to all the buttons.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh, this seems so interesting. The story. It might be a good story. I'm excited.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I like that. So at least everybody, if you're missing anything she says, it's there. I know I will. There's a lot of these missing posters. The same person. She's got a ring. Or a necklace. Free truck.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
God, that's so strange. It looks like, what do you call it? One of the big tree houses. That is quite funky. Right, let's go straight off.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
It's mad under the inside.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
How can you be afraid of a house? It looks like you built it yourself.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Interesting. This is amazing. You got a key?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Cool. Yeah, there. It's fine. Good job it's light.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
It's for the books.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Jesus.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
I wonder why you
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
You're leaving like all your furniture in the house?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Buried in a library?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh. So that's who was missing. Let's upstairs first. We'll leave the attic until last.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Why would you?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What the hell?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Very strange.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
No.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, cool.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh, it was all the cage.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Huh?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This is weird.
Rabbits. His face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
It's a really strange game.
A mama rabbit.
Where?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
It's a bit slippery.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
This is so weird. It's like abnormal.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. Juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This is hard. What the?
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
This is weird, man. Can I go back
I
to
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This is so. Also, as well, guys, I've got some options in games, but if you do have any other game ideas you want me to stream next time, just drop me a little comment below.
I got closer and closer.
Oh. What I meant to do. Oh.
All of my stomach started growling.
This is weird.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I would have read that book and be like, what? You ate what? People?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Weird.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Just walk
Though,
across the roof.
when we adopted a
It's fine.
stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was... One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long
Everything just
time.
looks like it was untouched. Why would you leave everything behind?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Edith Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
There's a family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That is weird. I wonder where all the bodies are.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
It really, really does. This is so weird. Why would you lock all the bedrooms? You've locked everything.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot of pink.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
I know. Pink?
It was a pretty big trace.
What is with all the locks? So strange.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wow. This house is crazy.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Jesus. Oh my God. Wow. Come on, you can't tell me these rooms aren't creative as hell. Like...
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Wow.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is amazing. I'm very easily satisfied if you haven't already noticed.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
We... Oh.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
I'm actually controlling it.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
This game is so
I think Calvin
crazy.
always wanted to fly.
That's how you're gonna try
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
I will eventually slow down, be able to get off and walk. This game's so creative. I like how they like when they tell the story for you to be the individual family member. I think the modern one was quite strange. Okay, are you going to get off? Where do we get off? Give me about 5 minutes, I can't get off. Get off. Can't get off. Should I swing again? never go this hard on a swing.
I told him going around was impossible.
I knew I had to keep swinging.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Come on, let's go round.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Get in there. What?
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Did he die? Oh, God.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Unless you want to kill yourself. I'd prefer just to stay on the ground.
After
Don't
the
wanna
funeral,
die.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
This game is crazy. Wow. That is amazing.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Let's check the info. Oh. I thought it was like a body without a head then.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it
I like
The
this.
Surprise Ending
That's so interesting.
of Barbara Finch. As a child
See, I like a
star,
good comic as
Barbara
well,
was
so
famous for her scream.
quite nerdy in that way.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later,
See?
Rick
What did I
hadn't
say?
returned.
Leave the attic till last.
So Barbara went to
Glad I
look
did
for
because I
him.
wouldn't have known that.
Right on cue.
This is about the house.
She reached for the music box.
Oh.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
No, I don't want to go to the attic yet.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not
You
scared,
monkey.
Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
I liked how to put that
Hours later,
Halloween.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
the door, she heard whispers.
Darring.
It was coming
That's
from
her
inside the house.
Thanks for the follow. Oh, he's behind. Huh?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I won't make it now.
You were wonderful. The monsters had come to surprise her. It was a dream.
God, I really gathered that it was real.
And she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Wouldn't she have hurt him?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
So she did?
Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately,
Yeah, Richard.
so did her fans.
Jesse's
Of
coming.
course, the police blamed it
Honestly,
all
I
on
was waiting for
poor
someone
Rick,
to come out
who
and kill me, but
disappeared the same
I'm really
night.
confused at the moment
And
because it
little
looked like it was a
Walter?
play.
Hiding
Then
under
they
his
killed her?
bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story.
So is she dead?
As for Barbara, tucked inside the
my
music
God.
box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
I genuinely like that. It's really creative.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That is mad. So we'll go back down, yeah. Okay, as long as no
I
one
guess
comes
now
after
I
me.
know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Well, you'll be playing with it in a minute because we're going in the attic. Right, what room am I in now?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
See, that would frustrate me, having like a talented family member, like not in a bad way. I'd love it, but
Mom must have lost
you know when
their
you don't know if
stairs when the
people
night
truly
left.
want to know you for you or for someone else. It's just one of them things.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Right, I'm saying we should go into the basement. The house just needs cleaning. It's just messy. Wonder if I can turn on the lights.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
That sounds nasty.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Wow. What the hell?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, is it like a bunker?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
What?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Huh?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
This is amazing. I love this.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Again.
Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Leave him to do that one.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
How many peaches have you got?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
30 years?
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Do it. Yeah, mate, I can't get it. I can't move. What with all these hideaways? It's so amazing. There's so much.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Really interesting.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
What?
and Calvin.
They're all dead.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Are you really?
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Well, you had peaches.
I don't mind
healthy.
if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
That's Walter. Open your book. Join in there.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
To be honest, Phaedex, I think he's alright, to be honest. It's not a horror, but I think it is quite good. It's quite interesting. I like games like this.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I would rate it around, so far, a 7 out of 10. I think when it starts getting into sort of the story, then I'd be like, oh, that, you know what I mean? But yeah, 7 out of 10. I would definitely recommend playing this game yourselves. It is really good. I like how you can play all the different
characters. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. I
need to explain it as we're going along instead of
but if she never
trying to figure out the mystery yourself.
Under the house.
So yeah, definitely.
I can only imagine
quite a good game.
Say
it's a free game. I would definitely recommend it.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I know they all died. Like, I know the girl got killed by a bunch of them weirdos. He got hit by an imaginary
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Really,
but I thought you should know about your family.
Well, you're not finished yet.
And the history you're a part of.
Yeah, you're not finished
yet.
To
be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
No, it's not a hard game. Honestly, it's weird. It's quite easy. It's just like you're just doing a walkthrough of a story.
For what that's worth.
It's not hard at all. It's if you got PSN, it's a free game, so you can try it before obviously it goes off. You got like the full month. But to my opinion, it's a good game. It looks like it's going to be a small game, but because it's obviously free, you can test it first before anything. But now it is quite an easy game to play. It's just literally walking about, figuring the story of what's going on.
And when you look at the house,
you know
that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness,
whereas I'm just
any of it seems possible.
Like following whatever I can see first. But no, it is a really quite simple game. Which I like these sort of games, but then I do like quite hard games.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
My liking at the moment, which I'm hoping.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting a house?
This Mortal Kombat, which I've not properly played yet at the moment. But I know it's
embarrassing for me to admit this, but
sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like a horror movie. Like, if you've played Until Dawn, that is one of the best horror walkthrough movie games I've ever played in my life. I am considering replaying it again on here because not many people play it now. But it's not really a horror, it's more of like an interesting story because no one's really died brutally.
The pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
But it's quite weird, you know, you got a pet cemetery somewhere in the house.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and
an actual family cemetery. Dodgy. Jesus. Oh, there's like loads of animals.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
It's a really creative game. there's not much to do apart from just walk.
I'm sure Odin's
It's
monument
just a
had
nice
been Edie's
calm
idea.
sort of game story.
My mom was always trying to move on.
And I love that sort
but
of stuff.
for
'cause
Edie,
then
the
I get
past
to,
never
like,
went away.
find out what's happened. So if you like that sort of thing, then you can.
She could see
would
it
recommend
poking
it,
out
definitely.
of the water at low tide.
Oh. I'm like moving my head closer, thinking I can see.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wow.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
I like how she's talking through.
But the older
when
I
we're doing
get,
stuff.
the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam Finch.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was
They're
just
all round
trying to do
here.
better.
How is this place not haunted?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Wow.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
Well, I want to go back in the house because I
Part
know
of
I
me
haven't been in
thinks
every
this is
single
what she
room.
wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
You're pregnant? Oh, I wondered why her belly was quite stumpy.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
This kind of reminds me, if anyone's watched Coraline, you know when you got that man with the big moustache and you've got them long legs and he sort of climbs and jumps down with the rats. That kind of reminds me of that part here. I love that film. Brilliant.
They were both pretty intense.
Did all the family like live together? Like all the granddads, grandmas? Wow.
Dawn, I promise. We'll
Oh,
never
here we
forget this
go.
weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Say cheese.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
I look like a weirdo.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this
Say
weekend, Dad.
cheese.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Put your book down.
I'm gonna take some pictures,
in
okay?
the wildlife.
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Oh. Is there a Pacific? Oh, is there a something I need to take a picture of? Looks like a picture of the grass.
should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh no.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Come on, lift up.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe.
Don't kill the deer.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Don!
Linton. I wanted to take it before you killed it.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
You cruel human being.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
You deserve to get whacked off. You just killed a poor innocent deer.
Of all these stories,
So I've still got quite a
that's the
few
one I
people
wish
to,
most that my mom had told me.
like, focus on. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done 6 so far. I'm gonna do one more person, and I will continue the game tomorrow, but bear with me guys, I'm still gonna try and figure out the next person we can look into. I'm not gonna run off that fast.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Is this... So this must be the room that's connected from the outside by the front door.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he
was
got
another
nervous
little
being in
door.
front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
There's so many little secret passageways, I love it.
After Sam died,
So great.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Where's the random bite? Ah, it's another bedroom. Ah.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Ribbit. Why is a duck finder?
time to... Hold on, sweetie.
You're gonna leave me in the bath? No.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I know you did everything
Aww. It was so cute.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want grapefruit.
I wish you could have told us. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Right, I know we've just discovered another one, so we're gonna leave it there, guys. So this is, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, but 4 people left, and we've done quite a few. So tomorrow I will continue streaming the next part of this game, and I will do it until the end tomorrow because there shouldn't be too much longer with this. So I want to just thank you to everyone new that's watching my stream, and to my new subscribers and followers. I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Have a lovely night. Thank you so much all for watching. Take care. Bye.